Hello, Mrs. Posner here with another story. This one is called The Peddler and the Baker. And my children really enjoy this story, so I'm excited to share it with you. It's by Yael Mochadsky and illustrated by Leora Grossman. It is a PJ Library book, so some of you guys might have gotten this book as well, maybe this month or last month, but I thought I would share it with you. So here we go, The Peddler and the Baker. Long ago, in an old city surrounded by walls, there lived a poor peddler. A peddler is someone that goes on the streets and sells different things to people in markets and on the streets. Every day, he would wake up at the crack of dawn and set out to sell goods from door to door. His meager earnings were barely enough to buy a little food and pay the rent, but the peddler was happy with what he had. From his tiny room above a bakery, he could catch the delicious scent of freshly baked bread. Every morning he would open his window and sing merrily, "Hooray for a new day and for the delicious smells that float my way." But one morning, when the baker heard the peddler's song, he flew into a rage. It means he got really mad. "Get your nose away from that window," the baker yelled at him. "I work hard to knead the dough. I fire up the oven and bake the bread. And you just stand there and enjoy my work for free." The poor peddler heard the booming voice of the baker and quickly ducked back inside his room. So the baker was mad that the peddler was just smelling the bread. He wasn't stealing anything. He was just smelling the bread that was being baked. On the following day, an errand boy climbed to the peddler's attic with a message. "The rabbi wants you to come to his house straight away," he told him. The peddler happily followed the boy, wondering why he had been summoned. Perhaps the rabbi needed his help. But when he arrived at the rabbi's house, his heart sank. Inside, he could hear the angry voice of the baker complaining. "Every morning, this cunning peddler enjoys the precious smell of my bread for free. Don't I deserve payment for my work?" So he thinks that the peddler should have to pay him to smell his bread. When at last the peddler plucked up the courage to knock on the door, the rabbi greeted him somberly, means very sadly. "I hear that every day you enjoy the smell of freshly baked bread without paying a penny," he said. "To repay your debt to the baker," the rabbi continued, "you will have to work extra hard all week. On Friday morning, you must return to my house with the coins you have earned. The baker and I will be waiting for you." The baker smiled and rubbed his hands together with glee because he thinks he's going to get extra money, right? Finally, he would get what he was owed. That week, the peddler worked harder than ever. He woke up before daybreak and walked from market to market and street to street to sell his wares. He wandered to every corner of the city and returned to his home late at night. So he's working very hard to earn the money to pay the baker. On Friday morning, the peddler counted his earnings. He had managed to earn a few more coins than usual. He kept one coin to buy a little food for shot, the rest in his couch, and set off for the rabbi's. "I hope you saved up a lot of coins," sneered the baker, who was already waiting for him. "You owe me plenty for the delicious smells of my bread." The peddler kept his head down in silence and handed the pouch to the rabbi. The rabbi accepted the pouch and shook it firmly up and down side. Coins danced and jingling like golden bells. Then he turned to the baker and said, "There are a lot of coins in the purse. Can I please your ears?" The baker did impatiently. He reached for the pouch as the rabbi continued. "If so, then the sounds of the coin will be your payment for the smell of the bread." The baker His hand dropped down silently, and a gentle smile spread across the peddler's face. So the payment was not to get all the coins, it was just to hear the sound of the coins. Many wonderful things are given in this world for free, such as sweet scents and beautiful sounds, said the rabbi. Soon it will be Shabbat, a day of rest. This special day was also given to us for free, a beautiful gift for everyone, young and old, rich and poor, man and animal alike. On his way home, the peddler used his hard-earned money to buy 2 freshly baked chalot for Shabbat. A special day, he thought. He knew that tonight he would finally enjoy both the delectable smell and their delicious taste. A double delight. And there's a recipe for some challah. I love that story. It was very fun to listen to. Did you think that he was going to have to give the money to the baker? I bet a lot of us did. But I like how it turned out he just had to hear the coins. Well, great listening today, friends, and I will see you again soon.